Jameis going to look to throw right away.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Now Winston. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Jameis to throw it.
They'll get this out to Kamara. And he is going to have a Saints first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They just do get the play off. Now Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat down.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara.
A 15-yard touchdown run.
And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. Room here to run. Oh, able to avoid him. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
That's caught, and he'll get in, and they take an 8-7 lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. From the 10. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing in the coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Winston again, it's Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. They showed up a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it, they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. A tight one, 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. Winston on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Pollard.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Pollard again. And he's going the wrong way again. He'll lose yardage here back to the 5.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
Counting down toward halftime on EA Sports.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Now a give here to Pollard.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Prescott to throw on forward. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Saints will have the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Play action now. Winston. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try to protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Winston. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jarvis Landry, 43 yards.
And the Saints get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Taken from about the 12. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And with a 2-point lead in hand, they may not do anything too aggressive here.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 13 yards out.
And the Saints will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Chris taking it at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 33.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, Charles, we saw pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action now. Prescott. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. On play action, Prescott.
He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. From the pistol, here's Elliott.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
On 2nd down, Elliott. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. To throw is Prescott. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
They throw it out right complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys have retaken a third-quarter lead.
Got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead out to a field goal. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
From the 10.
Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
How many times in the course of the game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again, and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have a first and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down.
A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. Here's a quick throw by Dak, complete out wide. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Cowboys get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. These guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team, both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston forced out to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Winston. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Jameis now on 1st down. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. To throw is Winston. This is caught. Touchdown, Saints. Jarvis Landry, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Cowboys 31.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And some room to run now. Touchdown, Cowboys! Well, they have done a really nice job on him through 3 quarters plus, but you just had that feeling eventually he was going to get loose.
And this is why coaches always preach that it's a 4-quarter game, right? It gets trite for us. It gets trite for the fans. But this is exactly what they're talking about. What you did before was terrific. But will it stand up if you start giving up big plays as we saw there?
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. On 1st and 10, Winston. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come